question.
Chris!
Show me some emotion. Love, hate, honesty. Too much on it. Come on, this is for school. I'm taping a day in the lives of people who love and care about me.
Well, why don't you tape your family?
They told me to get lost.
Hi, Chris. What are you doing?
Hi, Mrs. Garland.
Chris is taping a day in the lives of people who love and care about him.
Oh, family told you to get lost, huh? Well, Evie, you should feel very honored that Chris wants you in his movie.
Great, then you won't mind me taping you.
Point that thing at me and I'll break your arm. I mean it. Cut it out. Chris, now cut this out. Get away from me.
This is great, my first chase scene.
Hey, Lindsay, how's it going?
My head is spinning, my knees are weak, and my stomach is one big knot.
Ooh, did you eat in the school cafeteria?
I feel like every fiber of my body is singing.
Do you want to give me a clue as to what you're talking about?
Okay, ready? I'm in love.
That's nice. Come on, we got a lot of studying to do.
Did you hear what I said? I'm in love!
All right, who is it this time?
Okay, I'll give you a hint. He's older than me, he wears a uniform, and you see him every day.
You're in love with Mr. Kunkel, the school janitor?
No! Does the name Scott Simon ring a bell? As in best dressed, best looking, and most likely to wind up on a box of Wheaties?
You and Scott Simon?
Right.
Lindsay, he wouldn't even give you the time of day.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means that last week when you asked him the time, he wouldn't give it to you.
Jealousy is such an ugly thing.
I'm not jealous.
Just to show you what a special relationship we have, I'll bring Scott by here tonight. That way you can see for yourself.
Wait, where are you going? I thought we were supposed to study for history together.
Why should I study it? Tonight I'll be making history. See ya.
Chris. I mean it. Now you cut it out. Chris, I don't want to be in your stupid movie.
But Mrs. Garland, you remind me so much of Sally Field.
Sally Field? You mean you like me? You really like me?
This doesn't make any sense. Why would a guy that's dated every cheerleader suddenly be interested in Lindsay?
Or maybe he's tired of cheerleaders. Maybe he's looking for someone who's more into academics.
Nah. Oh, you better stand back. I'm not sure his ego's gonna fit through the door.
Hi, Evie. I think you know Scott Simon. The Scott Simon.
It's very nice to see you, Evie.
Nice to see you, too.
Hi, this is she. Scott, this is Evie's mom.
Oh, it's such a pleasure to meet you, Mrs. Garland. You have a very lovely home.
Thank you.
Oh, and if you don't mind me saying, I can certainly see where Evie gets her stunning good looks.
Well, thank you.
You know, if I didn't know better, I'd swear you were sisters.
You know, a lot of people make that mistake. Just last week, Evie and I were skateboarding at the beach.
Mom!
Well, I'll just go upstairs and leave you three alone. Oh, Evie, have you seen my Bon Jovi album? Hi.
So, where are you two going tonight?
Whatever my chick wants to do, we'll do.
I'm his chick.
Well, this is all pretty sudden between you two, isn't it?
Well, that's what happens. 1 minute, you're a single, unattached butterfly floating down the highway of life. And all of a sudden, whap, you're splattered on the windshield of love.
It's knee-deep for a while.
Getting deep, all right.
Yeah, listen, all this depth's made me thirsty. I could really go for something cold to drink.
I'll get it. I know just how Scott likes his cold drinks. With ice. I'll be back in the flash.
You know, I'd have to admit, I had my doubts about you two. But I've never seen Lindsay so happy.
You know you have great legs.
Thanks. Legs run in my family. Gee, I wonder what's taking Lindsay so long.
Who cares? The longer she's gone, the better we get to know each other.
Whatever happened to WAP on the windshield of love?
Hey, Lori's a cute kid.
Lindsay.
Right. Lindsay, cute kid. But you know what they say? All's fair in love, war, and history files.
So that's what this is all about. You're just using Lindsay to pass history.
Well, if I don't pass the test, they're going to kick me off the football team. And let's face it, Scott Simon is the team.
Let's face it, Scott Simon is a jerk.
Hey, great fake out, but I saw it coming.
Right.
Where are you going?
I'm going in there to tell Lindsay you're using her.
Oh, go ahead. Ruin the happiest moment of her life.
The happiest moment of her life?
Hey, let's face it, the chick's been Simonized. You tell her and he'll destroy the best thing she ever had. Me. Besides, I'll just deny it.
And what makes you think she'll believe you instead of me?
Sorry I was gone so long. Here, I made this for you. It's a heart. I carved it out of an ice cube. This is so perfect. Here I am with my two favorite people in the whole world. This is the happiest moment of my life.
Likes him. She's already picked out what she's going to wear when they go on the newlywed game.
Yeah, love does strange things to a person. First time I saw your mother, my palms were sweaty, my heart was racing, and I was short of breath.
Love at first sight?
No, my spacesuit ran out of oxygen.
Dad, how am I going to help Lindsay? She doesn't believe me that Scott's a creep.
You know, it's too bad you don't have some kind of proof. Then maybe she'd listen.
Proof, huh? Are you sure this is going to work?
Don't worry. I'm an expert on cameras. Uh-oh. I can't see a thing.
Try taking the lens cap off.
I don't have gotten around to it. Now listen, in order to get him into the shot, he has to sit in this chair. Now, how are we going to get him to do that?
Throw an 8x10 picture of himself and see how fast he gets there. Oh, that's him. Hurry, get in the kitchen.
I'm here.
Why don't you come in?
When I got your call today, I couldn't help but wonder.
Wonder what?
What took you so long? But a chick who plays hard to get, so a refreshing change.
Why don't you have a seat? We're not there.
Why not?
Because it's broken.
Looks okay to me. Yeah.
I warned you. Why don't you come sit over here? I think it's time for us to have an honest talk.
Oh, so what'd you want to talk about, as if I don't know?
Well, before we go any further, I just want to make sure that I understand about you and Lindsay.
Look, I told you. All I want is the answers to this test.
Oh, I get it. You're just using Lindsay to get the answers to the history test, right?
Right. You know, when this is over with and I dump Lindsay, I'll leave the door wide open for you and me.
You know, That sounds like a real good idea.
You mean you and me?
I mean, leaving the door wide open. Take a hike.
But there's just one thing I want you to remember before I go.
Oh, yeah? What's that?
How many times do I have to tell you I'm not that kind of boy? Lindsay, thank goodness you're here. She invited me over to talk about you, and then she attacked me.
What? That's true? Well, yeah, I invited him over, but he didn't.
I've heard enough.
Scott, would you please take me home?
That was horrible. Look, I'm still shaking.
You didn't give me a chance to explain.
Evie, wait, we've got it on tape.
You sure?
Yeah, check it for yourself.
Why don't you come sit over here? I think it's time for us to have an honest...
Great, now we can nail this guy. Now all we have to do is convince Lindsay to come over and watch it.
Yeah, you're right. You know, Scott's really not that good looking.
Nah.
And he's really not in great shape.
No way. Boy, can he kiss.
What? Just kidding.
Oh, anybody home? Donna? Evie? Whoa. Hey. Great camera.
I was so relieved that Lindsay agreed to come over. Is the tape ready?
You bet.
She's here.
Okay, you've got 5 minutes. Starting now.
Look, I want to explain what you think you saw yesterday.
You've got 4 minutes and 43 seconds.
Look, the only reason I invited Scott over was so that we could get him on videotape.
Oh, that's really sick.
No, you don't understand.
Sure I do. It wasn't enough to humiliate me in private. You planned to rent it out so everyone could enjoy it. I'm out here.
Wait, Lindsay. At least watch the videotape. Then you can see what Scott's really like.
3 minutes and 22 seconds.
Roll the tape, Chris. But I've got to warn you. It's not going to be easy to watch.
Why don't you come sit over here? I think it's time for...
The Kyle Applegate Show. Kylie.
Kylie?
Boy, was it cold today in Marlow? It was so cold. The Harry Christians were wearing toupees. This thing on.
Is this some kind of joke?
Now, for my first guest, Marlon Brando. Oh. I could have been somebody. I could have been a contender.
What's going on?
That's it. I'm leaving.
Lindsay, wait! Come on, don't... Lindsay! Chris, what am I going to do?
Did you talk to Lindsay?
No. Every time I call, I get a message that would say, I'm sorry, the party you have reached is not interested in speaking to any two-faced, backstabbing former best friend.
Well, maybe she meant some other two-faced, backstabbing former best friend. Maybe not. Well, I'd better get to class. Bye.
Bye. Can we talk? Look, you may not believe this, but I'm still your friend. I guess you're going to have to decide who to trust, me or him.
Don't touch me or I'll scream. Morning, kitty. Hey, when'd you curl your hair?
5 years ago.
Oh, I've been meaning to tell you how much I like it. So, did you get the answers to this test?
Look, I agonized over this all night. The only reason I'm doing it is because you're so special to me.
Huh? Oh, yeah, me too.
So what time are you going to pick me up tonight?
Tonight?
Well, you didn't forget about the concert. Wait till you see the new dress I got. It's black with this little gold
Look, I
stitching up
can't
the
make it
side.
to the concert. I promised some of the guys to go watch wrestling with them.
What? You're dumping me to go see some stupid wrestling?
Stupid? It's a 6-man Mongolian death match.
Evie was telling the truth, wasn't she? You were only being nice to me so I'd give you the answers. You were just using me.
Hey, what can I say? It's a cruel world. Time's up. Oh, I love this job. Miss Garland, would you mind collecting the test papers? No peeky. Remember, cheaters never prosper.
He's right. Cheaters never prosper. But gleepers do.
Nice job, everybody. There is, however, one paper which I feel deserves special recognition. Mr. Simon, would you mind if I shared some of your answers with the class?
Oh, me? Oh, I'd hate to make everyone feel inferior, but how else are they going to learn?
Here's one. Name the 4 faces on Mount Rushmore. You wrote John, Paul, George, and Ringo.
On second thought, maybe this...
But this is my favorite. What were Julius Caesar's last 3 words after being stabbed? Ouch, ouch, ouch. Class dismissed.
How'd you do it?
She didn't believe your garbage from the beginning, didn't you?
Well, I thought that...
She thought that you were right from the very start. Isn't that right?
Well, I wouldn't
Can you believe it? Smart, cute, and modest, too.
I'm not going to make the team.
What can I say? It's a cruel world. I wonder how that happened. Someone up there must really like me.
Somebody down here does, too.
Evie, I'm really sorry I called you a two-faced, backstabbing former best friend. Forget about it. I'm also really sorry I called you a sneaky, deceitful homewrecker.
When did you call me that?
Check your answering machine when you get home.
Apology accepted. Tell me the truth. Does it hurt?
A little. I mean, even though Scott turned out to be such a jerk, it's still going to take some time to get over him. I think that's about long enough.
Join us tonight as outlaw Willie Nelson hooks up with a renegade Gary Busey on the classic western Barbarossa. Coming up tonight at 8 right here on Channel 5. But first, stay tuned for the adventures of Superboy up next.
It's not just